Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Done Differently. Thanks for joining me today. Today we have another special episode. So, what do you take when you have a left and a right, a pair? What are we going to do? Well, this episode is actually for a pair of guys that have helped me tremendously in the beginning of the stages of Disney Done Differently. None other than Bill and Barry from your Airbnb Disney podcast. Bill and Barry, tons of fun. I had multiple conversations with them, and they're just two regular guys that show their passion for Disney. This episode goes out to them, and what better pair of people in the Disney community can you compare to Bill and Barry? Anna and Elsa. No, sorry. We're going with Buzz and Woody. Today we're actually going to be cooking the grilled cheese from Andy's Lunchbox at Hollywood Studios. But that needs to go with something. Barry or Bill, you guys can't be alone. We're going to add that with Totchos. Let's go.
All right, so we're going to start. We got about 4 ounces of cream cheese. It's about a half a package. Only use Philadelphia cream cheese, folks. And to that, we're going to add 4 ounces of grated shredded cheese. That's probably about 5 ounces. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. Now, you can measure it out in a spoon. There's nothing wrong with that. I just like to give it a quick mix. And what you want to do is, this is actually going to become, once you incorporate everything, this is going to become the filling of the sandwich. So, as you can see, I don't even think I'm going to use the whisk. Came out perfect. I'm happy with it. You happy with it? I like it. If you want to whisk it, let's see. Just whisk everything together. And that's it. Scrape your edges, and we'll put this to the side. The next thing is we're going to grab a bowl and grab some mayonnaise. Now, and the amount that we're going to use for this recipe is 1 cup of mayonnaise. Now, I'm using Japanese mayonnaise. The only difference between Japanese mayonnaise and regular mayonnaise is that they use all egg yolks. It's richer, it's creamier. Now to that, we're going to add a pinch of salt, and they want you to crush fresh garlic in there. Now folks, you know we're going to do something a little differently. I like to have my garlic cooked. I just took a clove of garlic, threw it in the oven, let it roast, fill it up with tin foil, and then just let it cook, and then they just pop right out. Look at that. Look at that. And that's the amount of garlic I'm going to use for this dish. Roasted garlic is going to add more of a flavor. Raw garlic actually has more of a bite, you're going to taste the acid that's within it. So we have our garlic, our mayonnaise, and our salt. I'm just going to give this a mix. All you have to do is push the garlic to the side of the container that you're doing it in, and it becomes into just like a paste.
Alright, so we got our cream cheese and cheddar mix for the center. We got our garlic and mayonnaise. Let's just assemble some sandwiches. Now, Toy Story, when that first opened up, I'll never forget it because I got an invitation from Disney. And it was, come and see our new Toy Story land. And as an annual pass holder at the time, I was living in New York. Can't just get down to Disney on a whim like that. Later that night, I read the invitation, and guess what I did? Yep, we went for the opening of Toy Story Land.
A couple of slices of brioche bread, and then we're going to add 2 slices of provolone. Everything's in 2s, I guess, today. Now, the actual traditional recipe calls for cheddar. I'm using Colby cheese, which is a mixture of Monterey Jack and cheddar. Again, folks, why? because I can. No, because it actually just adds flavor. So, okay. So, I'm going to take our filling, put this right here, and I'm just going to even that out. Now we're just going to take the sandwiches and close those guys up. Nice. Nice. One little step left to do.
All right, so we're going to start our chili a little differently. We're just going to cut up a couple of pieces of bacon, and the bacon will release all the fat and turn into the oil that will cook everything in. As the bacon starts to render out all its fat, I'm going to add onions, and you just want to cook these till they get transparent. Again, so you're looking bacon and onions. It's like Bill and Barry. You just get to put two of the best items together. Provides a lot of flavor for the base of the chili.
Of tomato paste. And here's something. A lot of people use tomato paste. You have to cook out tomato paste. It's all concentrated tomatoes. And what you want to actually do is get that into the oil and let that cook. This is actually going to form your base. Look at that color. Oh, if you guys could smell this. Okay, so I added a pound of ground chop meat. Just going to mix this through. You want to just so that everything's incorporated. You're seeing that it's starting to boil. All I did was, folks, I made up my own spices. So my spices that I'm going to just be putting in over here, I have in there is paprika, chili powder, garlic powder, salt. I have a touch of cumin. Oh, the smells, it's going to be dark. If you're interested in my spice mix, let me know. The chili's so fast. The fat from the bacon is going to add so much flavor to it. It's going to break it up. Now, here's the controversial part. Some people like it, some people don't. But for me, we're adding the beans. Red kidney beans, you do you. You do what you like. All right, after your beans have been added, we're going to add 2 cups of tomato sauce. Just going to add that around. Get it all out. So I'm going to mix. Alright, so we have our chili being made. I'm going to let that cook. Coming back over to our grilled cheese. And I'm going to take a nice scoop of the mayonnaise that we did with the garlic and a little salt. I'm going to put that on top. Now, a lot of people don't really like mayonnaise, but this is the key ingredient to get it onto your pan. Okay, so I'm just going to add that right to the pan. All right, and just going to give this a flip. Look at that. Cooking with gas now, boys. Telling you, between the grilled cheese and the chili, you got a friend in me. All right, so where we going now? Go to the oven, pulling out our tater tots. Regular tater tots, done a little differently, of course. Just took them and, wow, that's hot. Just took our tater tots and just added paprika, garlic powder, and cumin. Tons of flavor, folks. As they're frozen, regular frozen tater tots. And we just take them, sprinkle it across, throw them in the oven at 450. All right, so now we're just going to add our tater tots to the bowl. You know, you can decide on your own on how many you feel the people should have. And I think that's good. Put that there. And now I'd like to add the chili. Build that out. So this chili came out excellent. Look at that. You got the beans in there. You got the meat. You got the onions. You got a couple of chunks of bacon. Oh, baby, we're eating tonight. Now we're going to add some of the cheese. Why do I add the cheese at this point? Because you want the heat from the chili to actually start to melt the cheese. My favorite part, we have the traditional Fritos. This is the chili style because it's chili cheese. But wait, there's one more. I'm not Apple, but there's always going to be one more extra item. Before, while everything was cooking, I decided to take a couple of pieces of bacon and add it to some jalapeno. Little flavor, folks. Some people add olives to this. Let's just grab some bacon and the jalapeno. We'll sprinkle that around. Basically, we just made better Totchos. Fun part. Sour cream. And let's make it a little pretty. We'll add some green onion. That's it. You can't beat that with a bat. Let's go over to the grilled cheese, put everything together, and see how it tastes. Grab that grilled cheese. Oh, baby. We have a nice crust on the top. We have the cheese melted. Let's give this thing a cut. Oh, look at that. Look at that, folks.
All right, so we're gathered here for the favorite part. Don't forget, folks, Airbnb Disney Podcast. These two gentlemen actually made me the official food correspondent for the Airbnb Disney Podcast. Thursday nights, 8 o'clock. You want to have a ton of fun, you on Facebook, you can't, they're the best. Let's see. So we're going to go in for the grilled cheese. Look at this. Wow. Okay. The garlic, you get that, and get the creaminess from the cream cheese that was in the center, but now it's nice and warm. You know what I have to say about that? Yes. You know. Now we're going to the other side. And here we have our Totchos. Remember, this is the one I put the bacon, the jalapeno, sour cream, our chili Fritos, our chili, and our tater tots. Let's get in there. Everything. Give that a mix. This is going to be fun. That one, amazing by itself. You get a little bit of the heat from the jalapeno. You get the greasiness from the bacon, but it's got body to it. The chili, the beans, and then you get a corn chip. Can't beat a corn chip. I mean, guys, together, excellent meal. Separately, individuals, they can succeed on their own. But, just like my friends, and I'd like to say thank you to Bill and Barry, the Airbnb Disney podcast. Thank you so much for all the help that you did. Give me the confidence to put this together and get this show going. So guys, this one's for you. If you like what you see, I'll be here. You come back. Tell your friends, tell your friends. From my kitchen to yours, till next time, everybody.